my journey for civil services starts in the last year of my college. Uh, Initially, I was in Government Medical College, Jammu. I had joined MBBS for some time. I was there for 7-8 months, and it is a talk of year 2009. तो उन दिनों हमारा IIT JEE और EIEEE दो सेपरेट एग्जाम हुआ करते थे, और JK CET अलग होता था, और बाकी एम्स and every state used to have their own separate exam. So I had initially joined the medical college, Government Medical College, Jammu. I was there for some time, and then after that, हमारे IIT JEE का result आया था. Then I joined the IIT. So I got an opportunity to see both the medical as well as the engineering for some time. फिर when I was in the IIT में जब हम पढ़ रहे थे, engineering में पढ़ाई कर रहे थे, तो towards the last semester, last year, I got more into civil services, and it has also a little story to it. हमारा हम जब 7th semester में थे, तो we used to get something called a PPOs, pre-placement offers. That means a lot of companies, MNCs would come to colleges and they would hire you before the degree is complete. So I had got a PPO from one MNC, and they had their headquarters in Mumbai. So we had this 7th semester और 8th semester की हमारे बीच में हमारी एक gap हुआ करती थी, and between we used to have around 2 months of a vacation period. उसी vacation period में they had called us to Mumbai for an orientation program. So I went there to Mumbai to attend that orientation program. So वहाँ हम लोग 4-5 दिन थे. I could see that working in a corporate sector, working in a private sector. So it's a very reputed multinational company. A lot of talented people work there. So after 5 days, when I was coming back, I stopped in Delhi. My cousin used to work there. So मैं उनके घर पे था, और उस cousin का एक cousin वाजीराम में coaching करता था. So he also happened to be accidentally at the same place that day. So I somehow मैंने जो उनके study material था, जो वो class जाते थे और papers थे, I happened to gloss over those. तो मुझे लगा यार this is something which probably I should have a look at that. And that day I stayed in Delhi only, and I visited Karol Bagh, Rajendra Nagar, went to a lot of institutes and tried to explore किस तरीके से किया जा सकता है, how do we go forward. And without thinking much, I started preparation from those 2 months. उसके बाद I did not come back to home, और क्योंकि हमारी 2-1.5 महीने की छुट्टी थी, I stopped in Delhi. तो 2 महीने में मैंने वहाँ पे preparation शुरू कर दिया. And at the end of the 2 months, we had a semester to attend in our college, and I went back to college. So those 2 months, initial 2 months in Delhi, they gave me a little bit of a perspective of किस तरीके से क्या study material है, कौन सी किताबें लेनी है. There was a very good teacher who suggested that it's very important to go through the entire syllabus first, go through the previous papers, then plan your make a proper timetable, follow that timetable, and so on and so forth. And that those 2 months somehow set a little tone for my preparation. Then I went back to college. और college इसी दौरान मैंने दिल्ली में एक I had joined a test series in Delhi. So I used to come in the weekends. So I used to get a bus in the evening on maybe Saturday or Friday, and then come to Delhi, write an exam, and go back in the Sunday night, reach college. So college हो गया, and by the end of the college we had our prelims. उस साल it was 2014, because of elections in 2014, the prelims had been postponed. So it used to be before that, prior to that, prelims होता था April में. But that year prelims, I think it was in August or September. It had been delayed because of the elections. So that gave me that little bit of a time to prepare a little bit more. And I appeared in that exam, and I got a rank of 500 and I think 50 something. I don't remember it exactly. It was somewhere around 500 odd. So जब हमने score card देखा, तो my score card was I was having very good marks in general studies, and I had little less score in my philosophy optional. I had taken philosophy as an optional, and I had in fact जो select हुए थे शायद उनमें से सबसे कम marks philosophy में. क्योंकि ये भी था probably I did not have much time to prepare for philosophy. So that's how it went. And then at the end of the college, I then started preparing fully. और उस टाइम पे I started working on my philosophy optional again, GS वगैरह improve किया है, and that is when I got that rank 2 and joined the IAS. So that was in the year 2015. So now both दोनों attempts में there was a little difference. पहले वाले attempt में we used to have CSAT, and CSAT marks were also counted as part of your prelims marks. In this second attempt, CSAT became the optional, but only the general studies marks were counted. So that's the bit of a story. Now, what are the important points which I think, which I found very useful? पहले के attempt के comparison में what helped in the second attempt, how I could make such an improvement from 500 rank to rank 2. What was the broad reason to that? सबसे पहले I believe it is very very important to be very thorough with understanding the exam. और exam को understand करने के लिए best तरीका होता है exam का syllabus. सिलेबस जैसे जब आप नोटिफिकेशन आप लोगों ने देखी होगी यूपीएससी की, इट इज वेरी इलैबोरेट. इट टॉक्स अबाउट जब आप प्रीलिम्स का देखते हो, प्रीलिम्स पेपर 1, प्रीलिम्स पेपर 2, पेपर 1 के भी कौन कौन से टॉपिक्स हैं. सिमिलरली मेंस का एग्जाम देखते हो, मेंस में इट इज इवन मोर डिटेल्ड. सो यू अगेन हैव टू look at that detailed syllabus. And my sense that if there is any one thing that you should mug up, that has to be the exam syllabus. Now, why is it important? Number one, it demystifies the exam for you. कभी जब आप शुरू करते हो तो ऐसा लगता है पता नहीं कौन सी टॉप होगी, पता नहीं कौन सा रॉकेट साइंस होगा, whether I'll be able to do it or not. पर जब आपने पूरा एग्जाम का सिलेबस एक बार दिमाग में रख लिया होता है, you get a broad perspective of things कि इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है, इसमें कोई जो है हार्डकोर इकोनॉमिक्स नहीं है, इसमें कोई बहुत मुश्किल चीज नहीं है. इट इज मोर अबाउट जनरल स्टडीज, इट्स मोर अबाउट व्हाट अफेक्ट्स अस इन डे टू डे लाइफ. सो वो एक सबसे पहले डीमिस्टिफिकेशन होती है, आपको पता चलता है मुझे क्या करना है. नंबर 2, it also gives you an idea of how much time and effort it would require from your side. आपको पता है कि अच्छा पेपर 1 में these are the ये मुझे टॉपिक्स हैं, ये मेरे सब टॉपिक्स हैं, पेपर 2 में ये मुझे टॉपिक्स. यू आर एबल टू प्लान योर टाइम एंड एनर्जी इन अ मोर एफिशिएंट वे. आपको पता है आपको यहाँ से दिल्ली जाना है और दिल्ली का रास्ता ये है, आपने गूगल मैप पे देखा है. इट मेक्स इट इजियर फॉर यू. यू नो वेयर यू हैव टू स्टॉप, वेयर यू हैव टू टेक अ लंच ब्रेक, वेयर यू हैव टू टेक अ power nap and then go on. So it makes it easier for you to plan. Number 3, जो मुझे सबसे ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल लगा, it makes your study also, your preparation also smart. Now how does it do so? अगर आप पेपर 1 देखोगे, पेपर 1 में there is one particular portion in the syllabus called social issues. So social issues में you talk about what social issues the society is facing. अगर आप पेपर 2 देखोगे, there is one segment called social justice. So essentially what is happening is paper 1 you talk more about the problem. Paper 2 में it more talks about the solution. So जब आप फिर आंसर बनाते हो, चाहे आप वो पेपर 1 के बनाओगे, पेपर 2 के बनाओगे, your answers become more comprehensive. Similarly, एक और एग्जांपल, अगर आप ethics का पेपर देखोगे, so क्वेश्चन सब्जेक्टिव होते हैं, आपके पास कंटेंट इट्स मोर एब्स्ट्रैक्ट. उस कंटेंट को थोड़ा सा मोर ऑब्जेक्टिव बनाने के लिए आपको एग्जांपल्स बहुत हद तक मदद कर देते हैं. यू टॉक अबाउट हैप्पीनेस. नाउ हैप्पीनेस इज अ वेरी एब्स्ट्रैक्ट थिंग. नाउ व्हेन यू bring this happiness to something very objective, say I got up early in the morning, wished my father, so that is happiness for me. या इसी तरीके से फिर जब आप इस सब्जेक्टिविटी को ऑब्जेक्टिविटी की तरफ लेके आ जाते हो, सो द कंटेंट दैट यू हैव रेड इन योर पेपर 1, in your paper 2, in your paper 3, that becomes the material for that exercise. Similarly, आप अगर ऐसे लिखते हो, ऐसे बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पेपर है पूरे यूपीएससी एग्जाम के लिए, इवन कश्मीर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विस के लिए, क्योंकि उसमें द वेरिएबिलिटी ऑफ मार्क्स इज वेरी हाई. जीएस पेपर 1 में somebody may get 90, somebody may get 120. Somebody may get 30, but essay it is possible somebody is getting 50 marks, another one is getting 150 marks. So the kind of the span of marks when it comes to essays is very high. Again, जब आप essay बनाते हैं, where is the content that is going to come for your essays? it comes from the syllabus that you have read in your GS 1, 2, 3, 4, in your prelims, the content that you have read in your optional exam. So उस essay के लिए अगर आपको content भी देखना है, you can just close your eyes for a minute, you take any essay, what you have read in paper 1, 2, 3, 4, you can आप easily उसका एक पूरा format, पूरा एक pattern बना सकते हैं. So अपने जो आपका कंटेंट है इसको बेस्ट किस तरीके से यूज किया जा सकता है, दैट आइडिया अगेन यू कैन गेट व्हेन यू हैव अ गुड होल्ड ऑफ दैट ऑफ द एग्जाम सिलेबस.